Hey Boris, you left the camera the wrong way round. How many times have I told you I need to be on that chair? Alright, sorry folks. Hi there, it's me again, Earl from the Learn Anatomy team. And today I want to respond to a request from one of our fans who wrote in and said, Earl, would you mind explaining the anatomical terms and in particular the difference between superior, inferior, proximal and distal. And proximal and distal are often terms that are used interchangeably for superior and inferior. And in today's video, I want to give you some advice on how those terms can be shown to be different in terms of how we describe and relate structure within the human body. And once again, my dear little friend, Boris Jr. So as you can see, Boris Jr. is facing forward, everything's facing forward, and on our last video we referred to that stance as the anatomical stance or the anatomical pose, or as we said, the anatomical position. Now imagine a line that comes all the way down and cuts poor Boris into left and right. That would be the midline. We also last time on the video we spoke about the planes, but this is really just going through the main terms in this particular video. And that line would divide Boris into left and right, and any point that lies towards the midline or towards that line is known as medial. Think of the letters. Medial may remind you of middle, okay? And anything that lies away from that midline, lateral. So if you're a lateral thinker, you're a broad thinker, you're lying away from the midline. Then if we cut Boris into a front and a back, the front part of the body is known as anterior, or often also referred to in parts as ventral, and the back of little Boris is the dorsal part or the posterior. As some of my students said, it's called posterior because we have a post box at the back. Depends how you want to view it. Also, knowing the word dorsal pertaining to back is useful in helping us identify the names of muscle. For example, there's a big muscle that lies on our back called the Latissimus Dorsi, getting its name from the word dorsal. Then, any point that lies towards the head is called superior. And a way to learn that, someone who thinks they are superior has a big head. And I know that you probably think of many people at this point who may have a perception that they are better than the rest of us. They've got a big head. Their view is that they are superior. Those, the opposite of that, looking towards the feet, inferior. So someone who's inferior or feels they are inferior may look down on themselves, look towards the feet. So using that example of superior and inferior, we could say, for example, the heart is superior to the bladder. It lies above the bladder, closer to the head. However, the brain is superior to the heart. Whereas the ankle is inferior to the heart. It lies below the heart. So those terms, superior, inferior, describe the position of structures either lying above or below. Now the next term, and this is where our fan Gina wrote in to ask us to explain the difference now between what do we understand by proximal and distal. Well, while the body is broken up into parts and we look at the terms that we can describe the relationship of parts, the body is also broken down into individual anatomical segments. So for example, if we look at the arm, that is one anatomical piece or segment. The top part is called the proximal part. So now we're using the term proximal, not superior, to relate a segment. So when we talk about the head of the arm bone, we talk about the proximal part, and when we talk about the end of the arm bone, we're talking about the distal part. So proximal and distal, like superior and inferior, relate to top and bottom, but while superior and inferior relate to structures, proximal and distal are best reserved to describe the top and the bottom, or the start and the end point of segments. Okay, so again, that would be the proximal portion of the arm bone, that would be the distal portion. However, This part here would be the proximal aspect of the forearm, and that would be the distal. So the best way to try and understand that, learn it, conceptualize it, is to think about using proximal and distal to describe or relate segments. Where we use superior, inferior, there we are relating or trying to describe the position of structures. So I hope that is of use. And please check out our website, because my wonderful colleague Jane is doing a fantastic job with Boris Senior in explaining a whole range of ideas, and the latest one has been on joints. So if you struggle with learning joints, check out her video on our Learn Anatomy channel. Please write to us on Facebook or drop us a tweet, and we'd be happy to develop a video to help you learn. Check out our website as well, because we have some amazing courses coming up that will really be of use to you to help you either to learn for the first time or revise what it is you have learned, so you can really get to grips with understanding little Boris, bigger Boris, all the structures inside, as well as how we relate, describe and study anatomy in full. Until next time, from the Learn Anatomy team, see you soon. Boris, turn off the camera, please. Do I have to do everything?